In this lesson, we're going to review how to identify the theme of a text. A theme is an idea that recurs or pervades a work of literature. Recurs means it repeats, and pervades means that it is seen throughout. So a theme is an idea that repeats itself or is seen throughout a work of literature. Theme is easily remembered as the lesson that the author wants you to take away after reading a poem, a story, or a drama. A theme is expressed as a sentence. Theme is different from topic, and it's important that you don't confuse the two. A topic is one or two words. It's the thing that a work is about. Theme is expressed as a complete sentence. It's a complete thought which can apply to anyone. Your theme will include words from the topic, but not the specific characters in the story. Let's look at an example. You're probably familiar with the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Goldilocks breaks into a house that she finds in the woods, and she explores the Three Bears' home, sitting in their chairs, eating their food, and eventually falling asleep in the baby bear's bed. When the bears come home, they are quite surprised to find Goldilocks there, and she is surprised to see three bears looking at her. Goldilocks' curiosity led her to do things she should not have done. So a good example for a theme for this story might be, curiosity can often lead you to do things you should not do. A not so great example would be, Goldilocks' curiosity caused her to do something she shouldn't have done. Your theme should not include specific words from the story, such as character names or pronouns that refer to characters in the story. So we wouldn't use the words Goldilocks or her or she. We would make it a generic sentence that can apply to anyone, such as our good example, curiosity can often lead you to do things you should not do. To identify the theme from a story or a drama, make a list of the topics or the major emotions that are expressed in the story. Then think about the characters in the text and what they learned. Then you think about how can what they learned apply to you. And then you write a sentence that expresses that idea or that expresses the lesson learned. Double check it to make sure you did not include any characters' names. Let's walk through this using story elements from the tragedy of Macbeth. You will use this same process to identify the theme for the Shakespeare play that you have read. Some of the strong emotions that were felt by the characters in Macbeth are things that are in this list along the left of your screen. Loyalty and disloyalty, greed, fear, guilt, revenge, and the quest for power. These are all character traits that the characters in Macbeth showed throughout the story. So as I try to identify the theme of Macbeth, I'll brainstorm ways that the characters showed these emotions throughout the story. After brainstorming, I will choose the sentence that I think is the strongest representation of the overall message. In this case, I think my strongest sentence is, Macbeth learned that his quest for power destroyed his family and ended in his death. My theme sentence can't contain any specific references to characters, so when I take out all of the references to Macbeth and I rework my sentence, my possible theme sentence is, the quest for power can destroy people. And of course I have to ask myself, can I support this theme sentence with specific evidence from the story? Can I look for examples that back up how the quest for power destroyed? And in this case, yes, I could. Anyone could read Macbeth and find examples that show how his desire for power led to the destruction of many people. Think about the topics that were covered in the story that you read. Think about the emotions or the strong actions showed by the characters. Then brainstorm ways that the characters showed those emotions or how the topic impacted characters in the story. Write it out in sentences. And then take your sentences and choose your strongest one. Write a theme sentence that expresses the idea, keeping it free from the character names or specific story details. Then verify that you can back up your theme sentence with specific text evidence. Finally, write a short paragraph that explains your theme and explains the evidence that you have from the text to support it.